Okay, welcome back to part 3 of our series. Part 1, as a reminder, what we're doing here is, I installed Windows 11 Home Edition without the key onto an Oracle VirtualBox, a VMware box. So, in the first video of the video so far was installing just SQL Server database by itself. Part 2 was installing SSIS and SSAS. Now part 3 is going to be installing SQL Server Management Studio and hopefully connecting to it. And we'll also see what our connection string is. Takes a minute or two to get cranked up here done. Oh, there it is. And what's interesting, this installs it under x86 rather than under just the program files. It's so interesting, but let's just leave it the way it is. As a general rule, I would recommend try to avoid changing defaults, okay? Because you never know what's going to happen. Because it could be something else. You know, it could be another program or something pointing to the default install. Okay. You could, of course, install DuckDB on here also. That'd be kind of fun. And I'll be using the Windows authentication in order to log on to the database server. Yeah, we could always do something like, maybe. I was going to say, we can also do something like install Power BI and Office on here. That way you have a complete database and a dashboard building environment, okay? Of course, you always need some way to, to import the data into SQL Server. It's supposed to handle flat files as well as Excel files. Okay. Yeah, at this point, we'll have a complete database environment set up to handle both to handle data analytics. Okay. Again, in case you came in late, we installed 2 additional packages. SSIS, which is SQL Server Integration System. And that is the ETL part of the SQL Server database environment. Then we installed Then we installed the SSAS, which is the Analytics Services, and that's where you get some advanced SQL functions to perform data analytic functions. You can do things like well, basically, a lot of it is at the basic level. SSAS it gives you pivot tables in SQL Server. Okay, of course, the context is rows and columns. Yeah, and you got wheres and you got stuff like that. But the basic format is rows and columns, just like a pivot table in Excel. Okay. And I'll say again, the third video in this series is going to be installing Microsoft Visual Studio, the free community edition. Because what it has extensions for both SSAS and SSIS. Let's see what should be a fairly simple install. It takes a few moments. So again, the plan is once I verify the server's running, once I get Visual Studio installed and running, I'm going to exit out. I'm going to exit out of Windows here, Windows 11 here, and clone this install. That way we have, anytime we need a new database environment, all we're going to do is just clone the database environment. It's also possible that I won't have to install the extensions in Visual Studio because I've installed it directly into the server. Of course, the other fun thing we can do is we can install the AdventureWorks Data Warehouse database onto here. Hope you guys are enjoying the blues vibes in the background. Be sure to include any questions, comments, suggestions in the comment section below. Of course, be sure to click that like button for me. That's how we build up our channel, by you clicking those like buttons, and of course sharing the channel with your friends. But most importantly, click on that like button for me today. We're getting close. So I'm resisting the urge to go have Windows 11 reinstalled on here with the clean system. And of course, that means we have to start all the way over from where we are right here. Okay. So let's see what our server's called. Yes. Huh. Did it not run? Or is it taking a few moments? Oh, here we are. Where did it get the DB server name from, I wonder? That's interesting. And there we go. Now up here is the added functions, okay? This is MDX. So this means that so this is good. This means it's recognizing our it's recognizing the MDX install, or the analytics install. Okay, good. What else? Well, so my friends, that takes care of our database install. We installed it and we verified it. Next step is to install Visual Microsoft